It's still summertime, and Bootleg Craig's Pirate Patreon Radio is blasting out unlocked Patreon episodes right here from the poolside. Normally, you could go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern to hear some rad bonus content. But this week, we're basking in the sun and doing sick dives off the board. But back in Foon, there's a dark and grim place known as Shrike, and those two chuckleheads, Baron Ragoon and Dripfang, have their own podcast. So slip on your flip-flops, grab a dreamsicle, and enjoy the first episode of Masters of Mayhem, Season 3.
Hello from the Forbidding Castle. You're listening to Masters of Mayhem, cursed content from the wretched realm of Foon. I am your host, Baron Shanglebirth Ragoon, steward of the Shrike Valley. About 26 Bortnights ago, my world crumbled when I learned of the ignominious defeat of my Dark Lord, the would-be conqueror of the world. Defeated, I have returned to my ancestral seat of Shrike, where I consolidate my power, plot those dark deeds that may yet still be worth doing, and produce a podcast. Joining me in this tactical retrenchment is my colleague and house guest, the Chef Inquisitor turned Savior of Foon. His business is necromancy, his sinew is snake, and his rent is pancakes. Dripfang, LeDesparé.
Can I tap you off on those pancakes? Do you want another one?
I shouldn't, but yes, I will have one more pancake.
I'll load you up. I'll give you two more just in case because...
I don't need two.
Look.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll take yeah, sure, why not?
Don't deny yourself. I'm going to tell you right now, since I've been here, you've only got more cut. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your training regimen is. You go one way, I go the other.
I do some rage punching.
Oh,
sometime.
Sure.
Yeah, you do it. I know we all do some rage punching these days.
Absolutely. I've done a lot of void screaming lately, where I'll use one of your spell books to open a pocket void, and I'll just yell my frustrations into that. So either I've created several voids that are full of curse words, or I've created one very small concentrated cluster of parallel dimensional curse words. So, we're all coping the way we can.
A vulgar vortex of some sort.
That's a way better way of putting it. Yeah, something that is swirling and howling and screaming and cursing. Overall, just pretty metal and something you could sell tickets to. Can I top you off on syrup too? You want more of the syrup?
Please.
Okay, I got the tap from the haunted trees in the arboretum.
Oh yeah. Hey, so I want to say this now before you talk me into another mimosa and we end up just having one of those slow days. I want to do some real plotting and scheming today.
Okay.
I have been looking over my numbers of the forces I've assembled. Sure. Of the flotsam and jetsam left over from the Dark Lord's army. Many of them have come to Shrike. I'm trying to plan some big moves. I know you've got stuff going on, and I think you've been here. It's been a year and a half since the Dark Lord, failed and was dissipated. And I think we gotta it's time to start moving on stuff.
Yeah, sure. So I'm just gonna say someone refilled your mimosa tankard. Whether it was me or whether it was someone else, I'm not going to reveal. But there is more champagne and OJ in that tankard. Because I think that'll help. I think the vintage and the tartness of the oranges that we're using here, because everything here in the Shrike Valley I've noticed, even if it is supposed to be naturally on the sweet side, has something cut through it that makes it, and I don't want to say strange, because that's almost derogatory. But
Fell.
there is, fell. With a sadness to it as well.
Yeah.
It really, everything I know about sommelier work is really being put to the test here. Because, first of all, for anyone who's listening at home, or on a prison barge, or wherever the fuck this goes, again, all this time that we've been doing it, not exactly sure.
I think it's really about the act. But yes, to anyone listening, out there. Really superfluous to making a podcast, but go on.
No, not at all. Just generally what you think you know about something. Here in Shrike, everything is just a little bit off. You know, it's just everything's like 3 centimeters to the left.
It really warms my heart to hear that, because that took work. That took work. It wasn't like that when I came to power.
Really?
Oh no, this was the gem of the Midlands. Well, the tourist company, the tourist agency said that, but
Sure.
it was.
I mean, you pay them to come in and give you a slogan, and they give you gem of the Midlands. You're like, wow, thanks. I'm glad we spent the Chamber of Commerce budget on that one.
Yeah, so I put that to an end. I killed that guy.
That's only fair.
Yeah, and I turned Shrike from the quiet little bucolic valley that it was to the one 3 centimeters just off that you're seeing here.
A lot of bats. Can I just point that out? There's a lot of bats of various sizes. Some just walking the halls.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't do that specifically on purpose.
That might have been me then. Oh, sorry. So they were here before I got here.
Yeah, they just kind of they could tell it was homey.
Gotcha.
You know?
I'm plumbing various regions of the Nether Realm.
Right.
The dark lands beyond, the gray space from which none return, but that I force things to return to because I'm a necromancer. And a lot of the work that I've been doing have been letting certain many-eyed, many-tentacled, befanged, and misshapen by some measures to be into this physical realm.
You know, sometimes you just look at a thing and instead of having a shape, you can tell it has a misshape.
Exactly. You can tell that that's not right. When you're making a cake and you take it out of the oven, it's like no cake is a bad cake, but I was trying for one thing and I got something else.
Yeah.
I was still gonna serve it because I made you ungrateful motherfuckers a cake. But at the same time, I know in my heart that what I was trying for was something in the shape of, a dragon. And it came out of Werven, and I just have to live with that. But most of those are because I've been trying to find the soul of Usador in order to destroy it.
Yeah.
I was denied my vengeance, as everybody, there's a lot going on. In the intervening year and a half that I've been around, a lot of bad information has gotten out about me being the savior of Foon, about how I killed the Dark Lord.
Yes, and I hope you don't mind that I thought I put a little spin on it when I said it in the intro so that everyone knows that we're down on that, but I know you didn't save this shithole of a world.
Fuck no, that's not my role in this thing. I'm not here to save anybody. I was trying to do quite the opposite. It just happened that the sword that I forged was the one that was used.
I know.
Right. So the instrument of his demise, Usador, my nemesis, who I hate but I respect, also perished, and I've been denied my vengeance. So I'm going to reach out where he thinks there is some respite and destroy whatever piece that he has, which I think might be the most evil thing of all. So that's just kind of what I'm working on. Also, I've been trying to get this butter that you have here infused with a couple of different things, just like different flavor profiles and textures here. And I want your honest opinion on this because I combined this butter with a jelly that emerged from one of those vortexes that you were talking about earlier.
All right, let me just have a little taste.
And I need you to be honest because the only thing that will help me is constructive criticism.
I can believe this is not butter.
Your eyes have gone completely black, just so you know.
Oh, I can kind of feel it. I can
Okay, great.
I can still see, but I can almost see too much.
Yeah, okay. That's I'm gonna write that in my notebook. Will give sight beyond reason. Would you say sight beyond reason?
Yes, because I do not know the reason for this.
Okay, the mimosa might be able to counteract that a little bit.
Did you see that sound?
I heard a sound. I didn't see it though. Ooh, synesthesic aspects to sight beyond reason. There it is again! I just heard another thing again. What's going on?
I don't know. I have not seen that sound before. Oh, I guess I'm also hearing it. But that sounds like it's coming from the stairwell.
Oh, okay. I'm always armed. Do you need to grab something before we go over there and find out what it is?
Yeah, this'll do. I can stab someone with this.
Good God, look at the size of that. See, you wouldn't be able to lift that when I first knew you, but now you've even cut and stronger. You can just lifted that, scythe standard,
Scimitar,
Charmander,
Zykweimer, I just like the look of it. I just like the look of it when I killed its wielder and just kind of stuck it in the wall here. And honestly, I needed help putting it in the wall. Came out super easy.
All right, well, let's head over to the staircase, see what the fuck that noise was, and if we gotta kill it. I'm gonna take my pancakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this mimosa. This is great.
Oh, what's that?
Whoa!
Who goes up there?
It's a dwarf. Stand.
Hey, close that door up there. You're letting all the dark out now.
Oh, great point.
Oh yeah. Who goes there? Speak. You stand before the Baron of Shrike, Lord of this castle.
And his friend.
Oh yes, and my friend.
Friend got a name there, or just the Baron of Shrike got a name there?
Oh,
Did
got
I
it.
even
we
say
only
my-
went by. No, you didn't say it. You just
I
went by title.
title. I am Shanglebirth Ragoon. And do you want to do your name or should I?
Oh no, I'll do my name. My name is Kurt Russell.
Oh, all right then. Come on down in here.
I'm not giving him my real name yet. I don't know
No,
if
of
he's going
course.
to try
that
to
could
use
be
it against
some
me.
Yeah.
Might be some name magic. Hello.
Hello. What y'all doing up down here?
What are we doing up down here?
Yeah, what are y'all doing up down here?
What?
Come to check in? Dark Lord, doing a good job for him, yeah?
No, I am the bear. This is my castle. This is my castle.
Well, you go ahead and tell that Dark Lord of yours that I'm going to get down there end of the month now.
I'm sorry, what's happening at the end of the month?
I'm going to finish digging this hole here. Almost break down to the underworld there.
What? You are digging down to the underworld under my castle?
Oh, you got a bunch of crawfish in your ear, sir? Yes! Where you been? That's what the purpose of the staircase.
I'll have you know, I only put crawfish in my craw.
And if they're stuck in there, forget it. Then he's peeved. Now I think it's just a communication difference. I could have been digging to the underworld this whole time. I've been using magic tomes. Master Dwarf, hi.
Yeah?
Kurt Russell here. Call me Pliskin. The hole that you're digging is to the underworld to access it? Maybe to unleash its secrets? Were you contracted to do some work? What's
I don't ask questions about why I get told to do a job. I come down here and I do the job.
Okay, sure. Okay, so what we're dealing with here is labor. I'm going to conference with the head of the castle real quick. Did you bring in a crew to dig to the underworld in your castle?
I did not. I mean, I was away from here for a while, you'll recall.
That's true.
I mean, he mentioned the Dark Lord. I'm assuming this was part of the expansions to the castle that he set off.
That's right.
I mean, I keep focusing on how tall the tower is now, but he was probably, of course, he was digging down as well.
Sure, it's a bit of a yin and a yang thing. For as high as we reach, the lower we have to plumb.
I mean, that is actually a pretty classy move.
Now you go back there, you tell that Dark Lord of yours that I'm gonna finish this job by the end of the month, and then he can set my family free.
Oh, okay. I got it.
There we go. I was
Yeah.
gonna just say what the wages of a particular job like this was going. You have a name there, friend?
Yeah, I got a name.
Ooh, he's playing it cool, just like I did.
Well, we are the Dark Lord's Dark Lieutenants, and we command thee. Give us your name, Master Dwarf.
Goldie, Hahn there.
Wait a minute.
All right, Goldie.
Sorry, I gotta admit to something to you there. That's not my name. I saw a hunk of gold on the ground, and then I felt a yarn coming on.
Sure. Well, I was attracted to you, much like you were a bird on a wire. Then, if we are all being honest, then I will admit something as well. Dramatic flourish. I am not Kurt Russell. Dripfang LeDesparé, Chef Inquisitor of the Dark Lord, Necromancer, and, let's say raconteur.
And I, as I said, am Baron Shanglebirth Ragoon, and it occurs to me I want to have another. I know we just had a conference, but I think we cut it a little short. 1 second. Dripfang.
Yeah.
Should we tell this guy that the Dark Lord has been defeated, has dissipated to the realms of Ephesius, has failed in his grand scheme to remake this wretched realm?
This is something I think we can slow play. Because
all right.
what I've found when people in the employ of the Dark Lord find out that he's not around anymore, they react one of two ways.
Too big, yeah.
Right. It's either huzzah freedom, or they try to kill me with whatever's handy.
Right.
So let's just let's just ease into this. I just realized he admitted not to being Goldie Hawn, but didn't admit to what his actual name is.
Oh, he is a crafty one. That's dwarves for you. Crafty.
Crafty.
They're very crafty.
Very crafty. Not to generalize, but yes, a
I'll
crafty
generalize.
Yeah, fine, why not? Excuse me, Dwarven buddy. Hey, Dwarven buddy. Since you're not Goldie Hawn, I would inquire as to your authentic name.
I don't know if I can trust you two. Last time I trusted someone, the Dark Lord took my family down into a little pit.
That sounds like him.
Yeah.
Said he'd lower a little bit of lava on top of them just a teensy bit at a time until there was so much lava that they might be inclined to die. Said go down there in that pit there. He said keep digging until you get to the bottom of the world. So here I dig.
Huh. And you're hoping that he releases them from the little bit of lava?
Oh yeah, must be lava up to the ankles by now.
Well, unless they're particularly hardy.
There are all sorts of things that live without feet.
Well, that's true. Yeah, there's lots of things that live within lava. We don't have any more of your family here to ransom or hold captive or bury under a non-insignificant amount of lava. So if you give us your name, we will not hold it against you.
All right, you gonna keep this to yourself? You don't tell a soul about my name now.
Oh, sure. You know what? Yeah, we won't tell anybody.
No one will know what your name is, Master Dwarf. We don't, I mean, unless people listen to podcasts, but...
I mean, the numbers show that, like, especially for the type of thing that we're doing, apparently, from what I heard, they fluctuate greatly.
Yeah.
You need to kind of be in front of a tabletop and have some sort of structure for this sort of thing to be
Your
very,
secret
very
is
popular.
safe.
Yeah, you're all right.
In my opinion, you gotta pick a play and then watch every iteration of the play.
That's
and then talk about it while the play's going on.
Sure. Every installment of it, you have to have some manner of commentary, and then have people write you questions about it that you could answer.
That they could easily form their own opinions on.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is good advice. Art thou some manner of podcaster, Mancer?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I've just dabbled a little bit in my day, but...
All right, I'm gonna use the sword. Sir!
Hey!
This blade at your neck can go in two directions.
I think it's a Zweihander.
Across your throat, spilling your blood down this seemingly endless stair, or, back by my side. So which is it?
Between those are the two options there?
Just tell us your name!
It's just,
All right.
yeah, this is a binary on this one.
Your arms seem to be shaking holding that sword. Are you sure your muscles are capable of keeping it up that long?
It's not my everyday sword.
And I conjured this book, and it did confirm that it's called a Zweihander. Normally it's held with two hands. It's quite a heavy blade. Yeah, your name, dwarf, your name.
Scromdoggle Mainafort. Have you heard of me?
Well, I mean, it's a very common name for a dwarf. Scromdoggle Gamenforth?
Not even Scromdoggle Mainafort.
Scromdoggle Gableforth.
You know what? Yes.
I feel exhausted from that. Let's take a quick break, and then we can talk to Snake Plissken.
That was me, but now that's you.
Nestled deep in the murky mountains, where the air is thick with possibility, there's a little valley, big dreams, where cobblestone paths soaked in history lead to quiet cul-de-sacs, striking vistas, and sometimes back upon themselves endlessly with no escape. Sure, you've heard its name, but do you really know Shrike? While many thought Shrike was down and out after the destruction of its Dark Lord, the people of Shrike want you to know they're still here, and they're not going anywhere, as long as the archers have something to say about it. So come visit Shrike's bustling villages and experience the down-home hospitality of being grabbed off the street and rushed inside at the first hint of wolf-bat wings in the air. Explore our shops and apothecaries, stocked with plunder from across the continent. Enjoy the signature tanginess of our local cuisine. Appreciate natural wonders like our rolling hills with eyes, whisper-filled groves, and the largest blasted heath this side of Daggerdale. With gibbering endorsements from the maddest of haggard crones, Shrike is showing that we're here to stay. And if you love the nightlife, or just hate and fear the sun, Shrike has you covered. Head to Little Orkily, where once abandoned goblin warrens now house a thriving community of orcs and the orc adjacent. You can enjoy a tasty meal of meat while enjoying the local signature street performance, Fighting to the Death. Can't make it to Shrike yourself? No worries, because it just may be that Shrike is coming to you. If you're interested in living the Shrike life in your own town or village, just wait until a dark and stormy night. Then, over a glass of rotgut in the corner of some fetid watering hole, ask your deputy mayor, ambitious sheriff, or local lord's incompetent second son if perhaps things wouldn't be better with a change in leadership around here. Your alliance is now secured. Bribe or blackmail a scrivener to compose a message to Baron Ragoon, Ragoon Castle, Shrike Valley, wherein you profess an interest in butterfly husbandry and await further instructions. And steel yourself for dirty work. So whether you're looking for a new darkness to obey, or if you, like the orphan phantasmagoria wandering the valley, are just hungry for a taste of something new, think Shrike. Shrike, the occluded gem of the Midlands.
Scrom, if I could remark on the quality of this particular hole.
Ooh.
It is deep, it is dark, and you have dug through some pretty gnarly material to get through this, because I'm looking, there's sediment, there's soil, but then there's solid rock, and then also, Shanglebirth, just so you know, there's a lot of bone down here.
Oh yeah, dragon bone, reptile bone, big old cat bones. Ah, you name a bone, I found it.
It's amazing that you could get through dragon bone. It's notoriously resilient.
I mean, fantastic work, Scrom.
Well, I won't say no to a Scrom love fest. Say more. What else do you like about me?
Well, I mean, your beard is nicely groomed, and I say that as someone who likes to think his beard is nicely groomed.
Oh, you don't read that, do you? My beard? How can you see my beard is pitch black in here? The radiance, I guess.
I poisoned him before we got down here. He's got sight beyond reason.
Oh.
It's brighter than anything down here for me.
Yeah, if anything, he sees more than he's ever seen before.
I don't like it.
You're not supposed to, I don't think. I'd like to give you a compliment if we're getting on this compliment train.
Please?
Your gauntlets match your overalls.
Do they?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, I have snake vision, so I'm able to see as in darkness as in light. I'm able to see. So yes, I should say they match each other quite fetchingly, and it's a nice.
I never knew.
If I could inquire as to the manner of which you've been getting through this material, because I'm looking around for tools.
Oh no, we don't use tools where I come from. Take a look at my fingers.
Go!
Oh!
Wow! Go!
Whoa!
The biggest hands I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, big old hands. Well, they say
my.
that of a dwarf with big hands, it means he can dig really deep into the earth.
I thought you were standing between two wagon wheels.
Good.
No, just my hands there. Use them for scraping, see? Oh, that noise.
That rock came out like it was whipped cream.
Oh yeah.
You've gone so... I mean, we must be down so deep. I mean, some of these bones must be from half an age ago, like 20,000 years, when Shrike Valley was the nest of the great dragon Shry. That's a fun little Shrike Valley history fact for everyone.
Add that to the brochure, I think. I know that you killed the marketing team that brought in earlier, but if you bring new people on, have them add that to the fun facts section.
Say, I got a question for you. You all been up on the up top recently, yes?
The surface? Yeah.
Most
Live
of the
there.
time, yeah.
Hey, you get any news from a man named Scragglewan Thumpledorp?
Not. I haven't. I can't speak for the Baron, but I have not received news from that on that particular topic.
I feel like I would remember that. I always check the return address on my letters. What was it?
Scragglewan Thumpledorp. You see, he used to be an assistant of mine, you see. He used to tell jokes all day long, used to get me guffawing like a really happy person. And one day he says, you know what? I'm gonna go up top, and I'm gonna make it. And I'm gonna make other people laugh. And I said, you do it. And we had a nice little cry, and he kissed me on the mouth. Strangest thing I ever that ever happened. Anyway, I just wanted to see if he made it as an entertainer.
As an entertainer, I don't know whether he made it. I'm not sure he made it at all. Anyone trying to leave the job site while the Dark Lord was on the job site probably did not make it. Much.
There was a lot of them that were untimely executed that then I was then resurrecting and then putting back to work on various job sites. There was a lot of dead labor involved on the...
Dripfang, do you remember any funny dwarf zombies that you resurrected?
Offhand, I'm not... There's none that are really coming up, right? But again, I was so busy with other things, I didn't spend a lot of time, and it was like a division of labor, like you're management, but you're also resurrecting labor, and you're putting them to work. So there wasn't a lot of fraternizing. We can check when we're back.
How long till you break through, do you think? Because if you're done, you can come up, but we're still gonna...
No, I wouldn't dare come back up there with the Dark Lord up there. Like you said, he come fry me good.
And we should just tell him.
We should just... this...
You think no? All right, no.
No, we should find out where his family is. Because we might be able to just get his family out without telling him without giving up the goose. And they can give up the goose.
Right.
We gotta watch our goose on this one. All right, did you, this might seem a silly question. Do you remember where the Dark Lord buried your family under a bunch of lava?
He said it specifically.
Okay.
Underneath the pickle tree, that is where your family be. Then, if they not be there still, then look between the whippoorwill and... The next best thing to whippoorwills would be when the milk is spilled. Unless it come from cow of 3, that is where your family be.
They're lost.
They're gone. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not figuring that out. They're gone.
There's no way. And if you tried to ask me to repeat that back, my nose would start shooting blood out of it.
What do you mean they're gone?
We're not going to be able to
I'm not
find
looking.
them. You lost me at whippoorwills. There was a pickle tree, and I was like, okay, I might know where that is. There was a pickle tree. There was a pickle tree where they built that rock climbing wall in Scir, and then it kept going. We do not know where your family is, but we do have okay news that we can let you know.
Yeah, we shouldn't say that. Like, if you remember that rhyme, we can look into it, but I personally do not want to solve that riddle.
Well, the only thing that matters is that the Dark Lord knows where my family is, and once I break through to the underworld, he'll tell me where they are, and he'll set them free. And he said he'd unlava them the best of his abilities.
Okay, so an existential question.
If I lost my family, would I kill myself down here? Oh, you bet.
Great.
In a painful way that would inconvenience lots of people.
Sure, all right, well... Follow-up question. Are you someone who is better dealing with potential grief through familiar work or through a brand new task?
Did you say familial work, as in reconnecting with my family?
I did use
you better believe it.
Okay, we get just a quick conference again with my friend. Is
there something going on between the two of you? You love to conference with each other. Hey, I'm cool.
We're schemers. We just love scheming.
Planners by nature, dastardly, very evil all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that Dark Lord in you.
Oh yeah. We gotta this guy. We're about to break someone.
I know, but I canonically hate riddles.
No, that's... It's a well-established thing about you. It's referenceable at other places. If you answer that riddle...
His family is as good as gone.
No, they're toast. They're absolutely toast or straight.
Either they escaped on their own or they're dead, but we're not able to help them on this.
No. So we can either point this dwarf back to the surface so that he can try to find him on his own, or we leave him to this toil, leaving him in literal, complete darkness about a task that he was doing to preserve his family's life.
It's just that a stairwell to the underworld would be such a get.
Pretty fucking badass. I'm not gonna lie. To have a stairway directly to the underworld absolutely kills it.
Yeah. So, here's what we'll do.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, Will?
Here, sit.
Oh,
you
no.
do it, and I'll just agree with whatever you do.
Okay, no, I was really excited that I just started to say, here's what we'll do, without really a plan.
Oh no.
I thought it would come to me.
Right.
I thought maybe
sorry.
we'd do it together.
Okay, yeah, and I was really hoping that you had a plan so that I could just agree with it.
Let's ask this guy. Let's get him in on this.
Cool.
Hey, Master Dwarf,
Yeah.
help us out here.
Scrom.
Scrom.
By Scrom.
All right, I'm gonna tell you the truth here, and then I'm gonna put an asterisk on it.
Ooh,
Like a home run record.
Oh, yeah. You know, I used to do a podcast comparing the big hitters.
Could you give us, all right, so sidebar.
Wait, yep, you two whisper.
Oh yeah, no, conference.
All
We're
right,
gonna
conference.
I'm gonna come a conference. Who are your big three hitters?
Well, no one could beat Gunch Flumber.
Unbelievable. Yeah, he played for the Timberland Athletes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then there was old timer, you know, but infant Deborah, 15 feet tall if he was an inch, used to take a whole tree out the ground, wallop a
And see,
piggy.
people disregard the numbers that Infant Deborah put up because of the era that Infant Deborah played in. But what they have to understand is what defines a great hitter is that you could put them in any generation and who's gonna stop a 15-foot Infant Deborah from hitting?
People have been hitting balls with sticks for as long as people have been around, for as long as the stars have twinkled in the sky. If I ever lost my family, I'd kill myself.
All right, that was enough for 3, and if you didn't get 3, it's on you. Here's what I know, and my magical expert friend here will back me up.
Yeah?
I have some exciting news for you. The Dark Lord is dead. Asterix. His spells still hold, so you must complete your bargain with him to get your family, who are certainly still alive if they were at the time of bargain.
If there's one thing I know about the Dark Lord, it's that even in death, he would still want those he was tormenting to suffer. So he would not spare your family with the gentle grace of death, but rather keep them in whatever magma-based limbo he was forcing them to live in while you completed your task. So if you complete your task, then from the bonds they will be freed. And then that's a happy ending for everybody.
Yep.
So, you're telling me I gotta keep digging this here hole all the way down to the underworld, get my family out of the magma pit by the 3 cows.
Yeah, under the pickle tree.
Whippoorwills. Again, that riddle, as intricate as it was, and how obviously great, went in one ear and right the fuck out the other. I grabbed onto one branch of that riddle, and it was about trees, which I think are whippoorwills. And
They're birds. They're birds.
They're birds? Are you fucking kidding me?
Legitimately, I also thought they were trees
I
or a
thought they were
plant of some sort.
Yeah, you know what? I pictured
You're thinking of weeping willows. You're both
That is
thinking
what I
of
was
weeping
thinking of.
willows.
That is, we would have been digging in the wrong spot for years. We've been running around every weeping willow trying to find this guy's family.
Oh, who am I kidding? They're dead.
What? No.
They're dead.
No,
you said
no.
they're lost.
No.
I was expressing my own laziness at the thought of helping you.
And I was expressing the fact that, yes, my own lazy, that I would refuse to engage in the effort that it would take to find your family.
No, I've been digging this hole for 95 years over here.
Oh my God, 95 years.
At a rate of a gallon of lava per hour, they gotta be at least up to the next by now. I'm not a math guy, but I think they're dead. Nevertheless, I'm a month away from completing my journey. And if I'm gonna find my family anywhere, the only way to do it is to go down.
Is in the underworld.
Yeah.
You gotta look in the underworld.
You gotta, the first place you gotta look. Isn't...
Pardon me, there's just a couple void screams coming out. It's kind of the only thing I can do to pass the time down here.
Oh, sure. Oh, you got void screams down here. Yeah. It's a great way to deal with stress. Sure. Hey, I'm gonna give you this crystal. If you come across someone in the underworld who is not related to you, but who is a blue wizard who I hate, this crystal will begin screaming, and it will release a bright blue light. I just need you to hold it so I'll hear the scream and then I'll know where he is. And also, this isn't to discourage you to find your family too. I'm really looking for this guy so I can destroy his soul.
And I'm gonna give you these pancakes, which I just can't finish. I cannot finish.
Some fluffy good What do you eat normally? Down
what
here
is happening
for
down
95 years?
Rocks, dirt, my own...
Go on.
No, I think we got it.
No, I don't shit and piss, of course. That's on a Friday.
Yeah, that was it. That was
All
it.
right. Well,
Yeah.
yep. We were in the neighborhood. I just wanted to make sure we were at the right house.
Oh, yeah, you can't waste piss and shit down here. Nothing else then for company. The shit told me the funniest story. Get this, 'twas a dog, see? A talking dog. And the one man, he had company over, and the talking dog, and he said something or other that I can't remember. Keep in mind, this was a piece of shit telling me the story, right?
Right.
Sure.
Grading on a curve
Anyway,
here.
I think he's going somewhere.
A piece of shit in the entertainment industry. That's a first. Commentary. We can't let this guy on the surface. He's not ready.
Did you just high-five yourself there?
Yeah. I'll do it again. You have to congratulate yourself when you say something incisive.
Meanwhile, I've been holding my hand up for about 25 minutes waiting for a high five.
I'm so sorry.
I thought it was a rock face. It's so big.
I was surprised you've been able to ever put them down. Biggest damn hands I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna high five this part of your hand, and hopefully it registers.
I'll get this bit.
Oh yeah, felt that real good.
You have the opposite. So I have soft hands because I've never worked in a day in my life, and you have the most calloused hands I have ever seen and sensory perceived in my entire existence.
Well, thank you. You know who loved it? My dead wife.
No, she's not dead. You don't know that she's dead. She might be dead.
You know what? I myself will not find your wife, but if you finish this stairwell to the underworld and you do not find your family there, come back up and I will assign some orcs or some brigands to help you look. What can we do to help you finish your job here, Scrom?
Oh, just leave me alone down here. I'm good by myself. No help, unless you can find someone that can say something funnier than this piece of shit that I got laying around here. Let me ask you two a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down here looking for my family, trying to find the only thing that brings me joy in this world.
Woof.
Yeah.
What about you two? Who's that special person in your life brings you joy?
Yeah.
He's got an answer. I'm a husk. I live a pretty libertine existence where I would flit from pleasure to pleasure, and now I've dedicated myself to only revenge. That's what keeps the lights on in my shack, destroying a impermanent soul. Shanglebirth, you want to run him down the list of things you physically enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, you caught me at a real interesting point in my life. I'll be honest, I've kind of had to reassess things right now, but I've tried to enjoy the little things. Like, watching your children scurry up and down the walls.
Got the weirdest fucking kids. Did you ever meet these kids at all? The twins? The twins are something out of a fucking fairy tale.
Okay,
But what fairy tales are
I'm
based
answering
on?
the question.
Sorry, I was editorializing.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's easy to get stuck in your head and be trying to take over the world when there are perfectly good towns you can take over barely a week's ride away. And, it's just about enjoying the little things around you. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Some moments you just want to get a giant novelty sword you got off of a small Goliath and run yourself through. But then you're like, no, not today. Just drink yourself to sleep today, and tomorrow is a brand new day.
I thought the air was dark down here.
You okay there, sir?
Did you just hear him?
That was
No.
one of the saddest things I've ever heard.
And this guy's family's dead. Or it might be. I don't.
I'm praying for them to be dead right now. I'm so freaking close to get busting through into the underworld, I assume. He told me it was about 190 feet down.
Wait, so your 1 month is just kind of a guesstimate?
Yeah.
It's a contractor. Has any of them ever given you like a solid date that they were going to be done?
No,
Commentary.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right, I'll high-five that one.
Yeah, high five. We've all had work done at the house and it's taken forever.
My normal rate is one family per trip to the underworld, so I figure if I take my sweet time about it, I can get a couple other families out of the lava as well.
How many wait, hold on. How many wait,
Oh,
do you have
I'm
a
a
bunch
real
of
piece of shit. I have many families across the land. Oh, yeah.
Well, god damn it, we were sympathizing with you.
No. One time I was at the county fair there, seeing a big old whirligig fly through the sky. One family was there. I was there with my other family. Boy, was my face red, and boy, were my hands clenched together.
So is this like a bigamy or trigamy thing, or are these like bastard children?
No, bastard children. Oh, yeah, they bastards.
All right, well, I get you there.
And you've been able to keep all these families secret from each other this entire time?
Not even close. No. They're constantly running into each other. I am not a smart man.
What geographically?
Do they know that they're, or are they like oblivious to each other? How do you make sure like two of your teen children don't date? How do you do that?
That's a great question.
Well, I'll answer that question with another question. So what?
Okay. All right.
You are a real piece of shit.
You guys are an absolute piece of shit. Wow, Scrom, this is quite the revelation. Geographically, how far apart are these families?
Same town.
Good.
Constantly running into each other. Constantly. The look of disappointment in every children's eye when they see me coming in the door. No one wants me around.
So the Baron drinks himself to sleep at night for his... How do you sleep at night?
Scream into the void until I get tuckered out.
Sure.
Fall asleep face down in a pile of the most hilarious shit you ever heard.
All right, well, I will say this. Whatever your family situation is, you clearly love them since you responded to a threat against their safety. So,
Oh, yeah.
So that's all a man can do.
At the end of the day, love is all we really have.
That charm that's been able to let you spawn your way through what is clearly the West Virginia region of the Dwarf Lands. All right. Well, we're gonna go. I tied a rope to the top of the hole that we came down, and we're just gonna follow that rope back to the surface world and let you get back to trying to free one of your many bastard families.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and say if there's anything we can do to help speed this process up, go ahead, come up the stairs, find somebody, be it me or Dripfang or
What are those fucking kids?
children that kind of only move when you're not looking at them, or some of our many servants with haunted looks in their eyes. Just tell someone you need a hand, and we're rooting for, well, I guess the hole. We're rooting for the hole.
All right, well, I'll let you know when I bust on through. If I see my family and I have your crystal and your pancakes.
I mean,
Right.
you don't need to, you can eat those pancakes. They're not magical pancakes.
Oh,
Yeah, they're just food.
why do I want to eat pancakes when I got plenty of my own piss and shit all around me?
Okay, let's go.
All
let's
right,
go.
well,
All right, let's go. All right, we'll just
nice
let
to
you
meet
figure
you.
out. Nice
Take
to meet
care.
you. So long. Best of
I've
luck
been
with
meaning to watch Overboard.
Hey, Dripfang,
Yeah.
let's get some ghosts to out us here.
Yeah, that's a great idea. There are parts of that I need to blast out of my brain with sound. Ghosts, play us out.
I never went so fast from feeling sorry for a person and then finding them revolting. I'm sorry, I mean character, not person. Baron Shanglebirth Ragoon was played by Chris Rathjen. You can hear Chris on the 5th season of Pocket Guide to Hell Radio, returning in April. Pocket Guide to Hell explores the intersection of art, politics, and culture as illuminated by Chicago's past. You can listen at lumpenradio.com, that's LUMPEN radio.com, or Chicagoans can tune in at 105.5 FM. Dripfang, LeDesparé, was played by Kevin Sciretta. Kevin can be seen on stage every Friday and Saturday performing with Improvised Shakespeare Chicago at I.O. Chicago. Tickets and info at ioimprov.com. You can also hear riffs and jokes that he wrote in Season 13 of Mystery Science Theater 3000. For Season 13 and all past seasons of MST3K, go to gizmoplex.com. Scromdoggle Mainafort, or Scromgrobble Gamenforth, or Scromdobble Gabbleforth, or just Scrom was played by Eli Mandel. You can follow Eli on Instagram and Twitter at Eli Coyote. This episode was produced by Matt Young. Post-production coordination by Garrett Schultz. Special assistance by Ryan DiGiorgi, Chris Rathjen, and Kevin Sciretta. This episode was edited by Anna Havermann. Logo by Allard Laban. Theme by Andy Poland. None of this is real, blah, blah, blah. But don't sweat it unless you're sweating from the summer heat. You can continue all this crazy summer fun by heading over to the Magic Tavern Patreon page at patreon.com/Magic Tavern to become a patron and support our independent production. For only $5 per month, you get tons of benefits, like 2 new bonus episodes each and every month. Right now, you can hear more Masters of Mayhem with the second part of Season 3 coming later this year, but you can also hear more Girls' Night episodes where Gianessa, Momo, and Flower go on their own adventures. Shadow City, a real-play superhero noir adventure with Anthony Birch, and if you're really desperate, an episode featuring Arnie Chunt Usador inside a haunted horse. Yes, I said horse, and I said inside. But you get way more than just bonus content. You get access to the Magic Tavern Discord, a quarterly virtual meet and greet on Discord with the hosts, a monthly newsletter from the hosts, early access to live events, and the full back catalog of bonus content, ad-free, including every single Magic Tavern spin-off series. To learn more and become a patron, visit patreon.com/Magic Tavern. What's that? The pool is closing and it's time to head home for the night. All right, but Craigie babies, you know this. Even though you may not hear from me for a little while, it's still summertime in your hearts. Keep stretching to the heavens, babies. Ah.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.